one thing I wanted to touch on, and we talked about you having a match with King Mabel in the last interview, but that wasn't the last time you worked with him. And a big time that came was July 17, 2007. You had what I have listed here as your first match with WWE as an enhancement talent. I don't know if that's accurate. You can correct me, but you took on, oh, was it?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. I was actually talking about this today because my running joke was my 46 seconds of pain. So yeah, it's. But now, so what was your question before I get there? Because I'll start talking and not stop if I don't let you finish. So.
No problem. I made sure to add this to the note just to shout out Captain Yuma's favorite wrestler, which I still love that story to this day. Big Daddy V. Viscera is his favorite wrestler of all time, which I think is awesome. And you had a match with him on ECW. Was that your first? And you said you don't know if that was your first time working with WWE, but what was the experience like?
It was overall, it was a really good experience. You said it. One of my first TV matches was against King Mabel. Some of the first advice I got was earlier than that, before we actually got a chance to work, was with King Mabel. Then he did his, I guess, Viscera part. Then he became Big Daddy V, and this was coming into, for him, the beginning of a monster push, is what they were going for. And who managed him?
Matt Striker? Yeah, I think Matt Striker
Striker
at the time.
The experience was good. He had who knows how many thousands of matches, and I told him, as before, before we went out, I said, hey, I just want to let you know you were one of my first matches. And it cracks me up now in my own head, but I meant it, and I said, I'm kind of coming full circle because I think I'm getting close to finishing. And if it was in 2007, and boy, I have been saying this for 15 years and it's still true. But I said, hey, I know you're getting your push and I know my role. Don't worry about me. Just be as physical as you want to be. And I probably didn't have to tell him that. I mean, what was he, 6'8", 500 pounds?
Massive.
And he said, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You make me feel old, which is funny because I'm probably way older than him. And he said, just keep fighting, just keep fighting. And I remember watching it thinking I might have landed 2 punches before he destroyed me, maybe. And those were punches to the gut as he was, and he was I considered him not a close friend, but a friend. We got to know each other a little bit, before, as we continued. And boy, he took that "don't worry about me" very seriously. It was ironically, and he didn't know this because he could care less, but I was at PCW as a tag champion, and I think he hit me with and finished me with all moves that I was using. And I think the whole thing lasted 46 seconds, and I think I came out of there with a dislocated shoulder. And but I was, I learned a lot. Had some good discussions with guys in the back, with agents, and I walked through the curtain. Well, going out, Barry Windham was our agent, who I've always been a big fan of his work. And I watched Vince McMahon say, "What are you guys doing?" And he told him, and he said, "No, we're not doing that." And he rebooked the entire match right at Gorilla before we went out. And then in retrospect, I looked at it and went, wow, he's absolutely right about everything he said. And of course, why would he not be? Because and then I came back through the curtain, and the first person to meet me and shake my hand on what a great job I did of getting my butt whipped was Dusty Rhodes, who said, "That's a great job. We'd love to have you back." And I was called "This Kid Tim Storm" on by Taz on the announce table, which still makes me laugh because I think I was, what if it was 2007? I was in my 40s. So